Good day, I am Bernadet Anil and I'm going to discuss about the whole and to sum up the discussions which previously we discussed about the activity and analysis parts of the lessons, which is we are going to group the moral and the non-moral standard, and also we are going to classify which are the common of those moral standard and non-moral standard. So for now, I've been assigned by our DT leader, which is Alvarez, to discuss about the whole learnings that we got in our discussions previously. And since our DT leader planned to have our rotation, what I meant is we have this rotation and discussions, since for the first discussion, our DT leader who will be the one discuss to the previous topic that given. And for now, I am the participants and I'm going to discuss also the whole part of the learning that we got from this discussion team. So earlier, we discussed about non-moral standard and moral standards, and we divided it by group, the moral standard and the non-moral standard. So for non-moral standard, we have this: do not lie, don't steal, don't cheat others, and don't kill. So for non-moral standard are no talking while your mouth is full, then wear black or white for mourning, never red. Then the male should be the one to propose marriage, not females. Then observe correct grammar when writing and speaking English. Then submit school requirements on time. Then if you are male, stay by the damaged side or the roadside when walk with a female. Then go with the fashion or you are not in. Then when you speak, pronounce words correctly. Then focus the Microsoft properly and maintain a 36 body figure. So those are the classifications of non-moral standard and moral standard. So for now, I'm going to discuss the overall learning from the group that we've gathered different opinions and knowledge from individual in that team. So now I'm going to distinguish about moral standard and non-moral standard. So moral standard is based on natural law of God revealed through human reasons. It is the law of God, it is the law or God written in the hearts of men. So those commandments like don't kill, don't cheat, don't lie are the natural law that came from our scriptures, which is the command of God that written in our hearts to follow, and that is moral. Moral standard can either be a consequence standard, which means it depends on the result, or outcomes, which how individual pertain greatest good and greatest number, that is moral. The non-consequence may also base on the goodwill or intentions, on how we respect and treat other people or the humanity, everything that is moral action. So then, the non-moral standard is the demands of etiquette and good manners. It demands on how we act in accordance of the rules that provided us. They are the guides of our actions that we should follow and expect by our society. So mostly, non-moral standards are the rules followed and applied by the human in the society, but they often violated, like for example, the rules that set by our parents inside our house, like please sleep early, this is not good in your health, you're too young to be busy and tired, and yet we violate it. So next is the teacher's rule, like for example, check your grammar when speaking, and we often violate it because we are not good in grammar. The third is the rule on games and many more. Those are the non-moral standards that are the rules that demands us to be good manner and right conduct. So the next that I'm going to discuss is about this question is about, does belief in God strengthen a person to be moral? Of course, yes, because what we believe that what is morally wrong and right, because we have this faith to God and believing that He can strengthen us to be a moral person. In real life, as we face adversity such as failure, losses, illnesses, we can believe that God has abandoned us and no longer protect us, leading us to a downward spiral of negativity and losses of faith to God, and sometimes we doubt His miracle. But we are wrong. So God truly exists because of what we believe of God's existence, and that's what makes us a strong and a moral person. So in a Christian life, or what religion you might have, if we pray to those circumstances mentioned earlier and consider His will, our erroneous perspective will be corrected, and that's what make God to make a person to be immoral and better person. As we go closer to Him, we filled with His grace, and we will be corrected in all the mistakes that we committed, and the wrong directions that we pass will be corrected in the right direction. So the next is, what makes you strive to do only that which is moral, even if it is difficulty? Moral things are hard to apply if our hearts were locked by our ego and pride. I strive to do and be a moral person because I believe that after death we face judgment, and these are the things that I've strived more. First is, I strive to be honest and be good to my enemy. Being honest is really a moral thing that we need to have in ourselves. If we possess this kind of attitude, then outcomes may be good, and also stated in scriptures that we should not lie. But we as a human, no one is perfect. We tend to do sometimes for reasons, especially if we face certain dilemma. Second is, be good to our enemy. Love our enemy. We should not curse them, but rather pray for their betterment. So, to sum up with our theme discussion, which about moral and non-moral standards. So, moral standard is based from natural law, the consequence of one's actions and sense of duty. The law of God reveals through human reasons, the law that written in the hearts of men, while the non-moral standard are originate from the social rules, the rules that demand human etiquette and good manners and right conduct, the guide of actions that we should follow and expected by the society. So, furthermore, in our team discussions, we do cooperate each other, we share each individual opinions, and we do respect each opinion. So, it is nice in a group when sharing and respecting each opinions are better. To have, we came up with different opinions, but then in the end, we gain this one thoughts of our team, and that is one of the importance as a team, which sharing individual opinions and respect each opinions, so that the outcomes of the group presentations will be better and have a better outcomes or the presentations overall in the group. It's nice to have a collaboration within the group, so that the outcomes will be better. So I would love to thank for our DT team leader who gave me this privilege to discuss also, and since she gave us the privilege to speak our own opinion and discuss within these introductions, body and conclusions of the video presentations as a group. So that's it.